The first warning came from a dying alien ship drifting in deep space. Its hull was broken, its engine silent, and its pilot barely alive. With his final breath, he sent one last message to every star system around him. Do not go near Earth. The planet is a deadly trap. No one escapes once they enter. Across the galaxy, the message spread like fire. But the Galaxy Empire did what always did. They laughed. Humans were known as a young species, simple and harmless. They had small fleets, limited weapons, and almost no influence in the galactic government. The idea that Earth could be a trap sounded like a joke. Only one soldier felt something was wrong. Commander Redhan, a calm and intelligent officer who studied alien behavior. He replayed the message again and again. The alien's eyes were full of fear. His voice was shaking. This was not fake. Redhan warned the High Council, but they dismissed him. Humans are weak, they said. Earth cannot be dangerous. Still, something strange was happening on the blue planet. Unseen by the galaxy, a silent activation began deep under Earth's oceans. Massive structures, hidden for centuries, slowly powered up. Sensors across space picked up a pulse. Quiet but unnatural. The Empire sent a small reconnaissance fleet to investigate, expecting nothing but empty space and a peaceful planet. But the moment the fleet entered Earth's orbit, everything changed. Their scanners started to glitch. Their ship lights flickered. Navigation systems went dark. A strange force was pulling them in, slowly but strongly, like a giant invisible hand. Commander Redhan watched the readings in shock. The dying alien had spoken the truth. Earth was not weak. Earth was awakening, and it was already too late to escape. The reconnaissance fleet tried to stabilize its systems, but nothing worked. Their screens showed only static. Their engines refused to respond. It felt as if Earth's gravity had suddenly multiplied, but the readings showed something else. It was not gravity. It was an energy field rising from the planet. Commander Redhan stood on his bridge, staring at the frozen controls. This is impossible, he whispered. Earth cannot produce this power. But Earth was producing it. Below the fleet, the planet's oceans glowed with faint blue lines, as if giant shapes were moving beneath the waves. The water spiraled in massive circles. The clouds above twisted unnaturally, forming a giant ring. It looked like Earth was preparing. Redhan ordered his fleet to pull back, but only 2 ships responded. The rest were completely locked in place. The invisible force was tightening, dragging them closer to the planet. Suddenly, a deep hum echoed through space. The sound vibrated through every ship. Even the crew felt it in their bones. One of the officers gasped, "Sir, something is rising from the ocean." A colossal metallic structure slowly emerged from the waves, hundreds of meters tall. Water cascaded down its sides like waterfalls. It was not a human building, but it was also not alien. It looked ancient, yet advanced, something built by hands that no one recognized. The entire ocean shook as more structures awakened, glowing bright blue. Redhan finally understood. This wasn't a trap set by humans. This was a trap hidden inside Earth itself, long before humanity even existed. The dying alien was right. Earth was not weak. Earth was a weapon, and the trap was now fully active, and the fleet had no way to escape. The Galaxy Empire fleet floated helplessly as the ocean structures rose higher and higher. Each tower glowed with bright blue veins of energy, pulsing like a heartbeat. The light was so strong that it reached space, reflecting off the dark hulls of the trapped ships. Commander Redhan watched in shock. Earth is activating something ancient and massive. One of the captured ships suddenly drifted closer to the planet. The crew screamed through the comms, their voices shaking. "Sir, something is pulling us, something inside the ocean." Their signal cut off. Redhan clenched his fists. He had seen many strange things in the galaxy, but never a planet behaving like this. It felt alive. It felt aware. The next moment, the ocean towers unleashed a wave of blue light that spread across the entire planet. Clouds glowed. Mountains vibrated. The oceans churned violently. Then every system in the Empire's fleet went completely dead. No power. No engines. No shields. Nothing. Sir, we are completely blind, an officer shouted. And then they saw them. Small metallic objects rose from the ocean, hundreds of them, floating upward like seeds carried by the wind. But these objects were not harmless. As they reached the upper atmosphere, they unfolded into sharp, winged machines shaped like ancient predators. Silent, cold, perfectly coordinated. They moved like a swarm, forming patterns no Empire fleet could predict or understand. "Are they attacking?" an officer whispered. "No," Red Han whispered. "They're scanning us." The machines flew around the fleet, passing between ships, studying every surface, every weapon, every engine. Then, slowly, the swarm stopped. It seemed to wait. And suddenly, Earth responded with something far more terrifying. The ocean towers began to open like doors. Something even bigger was rising. The towers stopped rising. Their blue light faded for a moment, as if the planet itself took a deep breath. The swarm of scanning machines froze in perfect formation around the Empire's trapped fleet. Every sensor on every ship was dead, but the crew could still feel the pressure from below. Commander Red Han stared at the planet display. It's preparing for something much larger. And then the ocean split, not like a wave, but like a wound being torn open. A circular hole formed in the center of the sea, massive, dark, bottomless. Water spiraled downward like it was being swallowed by the planet. From that abyss, a shadow appeared. At first, the crew thought it was a mountain. Then they realized it was moving. Slowly, very slowly, a giant metallic structure rose, taller than any ship in the Empire. Its surface was covered with glowing lines, ancient symbols, and armor that looked indestructible. Water rushed down its sides like endless rivers. Red Han felt a chill. That is not human technology. The swarm flew toward the giant construct, circling it like loyal children. The air around it crackled with energy. The light from the towers surged again, connecting to the rising structure like veins connecting to a heart. The giant machine vibrated, sending shockwaves across the planet. Then the machine's eyes opened. Two enormous blue lights, brighter than stars, stared directly into space, directly at the trapped fleet. An officer whispered, "Sir, it sees us." The ancient machine raised its massive arms, and energy began building between them, forming a sphere so bright that even the ship windows tinted automatically. Red Han stepped back in horror. "That is not a defense system," he said. "That is an execution weapon." The giant aimed at the fleet, and Earth prepared to fire. The ancient machine held the growing sphere of blue energy between its massive arms. The trapped fleet watched in silent terror as the sphere expanded, glowing brighter than a small sun. Even with ship windows shielding the light, the crew covered their eyes. Commander Red Han whispered, "This is a planetary weapon, something built to erase fleets in seconds." But the question burned deeper. Who built it? Because humans clearly didn't even know it existed. Suddenly, the swarm of small machines moved. They spread out around the fleet, forming a massive circular net. Their wings locked into place, creating a barrier of shimmering blue lines. It wasn't an attack. It was containment. The fleet was not just trapped. They were being held in place for execution. Rethan's ship jolted as the blue field tightened around it. Sparks flew from the consoles. Officers struggled to keep their balance. "Sir," a young pilot cried, "we cannot move even a centimeter." The ancient construct powered up. The ocean boiled around it. Lightning cracked across the sky. The towers pulsed faster and faster. Then the blue sphere in its hands shot upward. Slow at first, then unbelievably fast. It left a glowing trail that stretched from Earth to the fleet like a straight beam of doom. The beam hit the containment net. The net reacted instantly, absorbing the energy, then multiplying it. Every trapped ship glowed with blue light, their hulls shaking violently. Panels burst from the walls. Crew members were thrown to the floor. Metal screamed under the pressure. Red Han realized a horrifying truth. This weapon, it is designed to absorb us first, then destroy us all together. A second charge began forming in the giant's hands. This time, it was even brighter, and the Galaxy Empire fleet understood. The trap wasn't closing. It was already closed. The second energy sphere in the giant's hands grew so bright that it turned the entire sky white. Every trapped ship shook uncontrollably. Alarm lights flashed, metal cracked, and terrified voices filled the bridge. Commander Redhan grabbed a rail to stay standing. If this blast fires, the entire fleet will vanish. But something unexpected happened. The swarm of small machines, those blue-winged predators, stopped moving. They hovered silently. Then, one by one, they turned away from the Empire fleet and pointed toward Earth instead, as if waiting. Redhan frowned. Why are they redirecting? And then he heard a sound he never expected, a communication signal from Earth. No human voice, no language known in the galaxy, just a deep, ancient tone that vibrated through space. The ocean giant responded. Its glowing eyes dimmed. The sphere of energy vanished. The trap stopped. Rethan's officers looked around in confusion. Sir, what is happening? A hidden message appeared on their screens, written in symbols no Empire database could translate. But the meaning was clear. The symbols shifted and reshaped into simple galactic standard words. Earth is protected. Do not interfere. Redhan understood instantly. This trap, this monster system, was not built to kill random visitors. It was built long ago to defend Earth from something far worse. Something even the Galaxy Empire didn't know existed. The ancient machines scanned the fleet again, and then the force holding them vanished. The Empire's ships drifted freely once more. Commander Redhan stared at Earth with new respect. This planet hides a power older than our whole civilization. He gave a final order. Retreat, and never return without permission. As the fleet escaped, the ocean giant slowly sank back beneath the waves. The towers dimmed. The swarm disappeared. Earth became normal again. But the galaxy would never forget.